पुस्तकात टाकायचं.
हां पुस्तकात थोडंसं खाली पूर्ण
केलं ना.
ठीक इथं Friends, yesterday we have learned the passage on safe place by A.G. Geithner. Now see that in that last part, we have discussed about the courtesy and the discourtesy. There is no any law to compel to say the please or thanks or excuse these words. Sometimes the people they scold, they angry with others. Sometimes they raised their voice, they shouted to others. Sometimes the people they are not means they looked at them and to glare at them. These kinds of things, the law is not compelled to that kinds of things. And for that times we have learned that the any kinds of good manners they learn from our civilized society. In our civilization, because in our society, it's our old people that teaches us how to behave with the elderly people. And now see that the next part. This does not mean that the damage are negligible. It is probable that Lippmann was much more acutely hurt by what he regarded as a slur upon his social standing than he would have been if he had a kick on the side for which he could have got legal redress. Means, if the Lippmann was acutely hurt, because if someone kick on his throat, someone kick on his feet, at that time there was the physical pain. I'll say that there are two types of pain. One is the physical and other is the mental. If he kick on his face, there was the physical pain, the hurt or the physical pain, and the Lippmann, the passenger, hurt him at the social as mental, because this thing he always remembers the person he had said that way. The pain of the kick on the shine soon passes away, but the pain of wound to our self-respect or our vanity may poison our old age. Means if the pain of our such kinds of redress, it protects the pain wound to our self-respect and is always remembered the old days. On the other hand, if there is the pain on your kicks on the shine, it passes sometimes because the pains that remove from certain times. I can imagine that Lippmann denied the relief of throwing the author of his wound out of the lake, brooding over the insult by the hours, and visiting his wife in the evening as the only way of restoring his equilibrium. Now that equilibrium means balance. Means even not only the passenger he hurts, but also the Lippmann also hurt in a whole day because he had done such kinds of the act on his hands. And him in the whole day he was also very angry. He also remembered the same incident because what kinds of things that happened in his hand. And afterwards he went at home and he told all the things to his wife, because it's the equivalence means to get the balance. Because his wife also listened whatever happened in that times. For there are two things more catching than bad temper and bad manners. And there are such kinds of things that hurt to every person, because one thing that hurts to the others. And now see that the writer has given another example of their friend. Sir Anthony Ashley played Captain Ashley. The latter went out and played his son, man, Fag. Whereupon Fag went downstairs and kicked the page boys. Means now what kinds of incidents that took place. The first of all, the Sir Anthony actually bullet. Now see that the word bullet means to treat. The word such bullet means treat to warn someone. And he also Philipman's bullet, the Sir Ashley bullet Captain Ashlet. Now see that these such kinds of Sir Anthony Ashlet is a page for this amusing incident described in Act number 3, section number 1 of The Rivals 1775. A comedy by Sri Ram. Sir Anthony is Captain Jack Ashlet's father and Fag is the son's servant. Means how one by one they insulted. They also kicked. They also angry with the others. The first of all, Sir Captain Anthony Ashlet, that bullet pleased the such kinds of Captain Ashlet. Later he pleased man, fag, went downstairs and kicked the page boy. One by one, the serial that would be one man expressed anger to others. And now, probably the man who said talk to the lift man was really only getting back on his employers who had not said good morning to him because he himself had been unpacked at breakfast by his wife, to whom the cook had been insolent because the housemaid had answered her back. Now, so that how the incidents that took place. First of all, how one by one they insulted each other. First of all, the housewife. Now, see that. Housewife that insulted the housewife or housemaid. Now see that this word housemaid. So they search afterwards, they cook and now cook to employer's wife. Then employers cook to employers wife, even to an employer, then employer to passenger and passenger to the liftman. These kinds of incidents that took place there. One by one, the housemaid, she also had these data to the scope, even the employer's wife, even the employer to the passenger and the passenger to the liftman. These kinds of serial took place one by one. May the housemaid insulted, she other prepared the food and made to the cook. Cook also expressed it as the employer's wife, employer's wife to employer, employer to passenger, and passenger to liftman. This is the chain that took place in this way. And now see that the word is the henpecked. Henpecked means a person being controlled by wife is called as the henpecked. And such kinds of things, the one by one, we infect the world with all our ill humors, and one by one, they also infected the whole atmosphere. Everyone that has given to their different ways. In bad manners probably do more to poison the stream of general life than all the crimes in the calendar. Now that the calendar means a causeless arrest for trial in court. Just like this bad manner, it poisons the stream. It poisons things, it also disturb the whole night or the whole day pass one by one. And it also gets the general life and times in calendar. For one wife who gets black eye always good nature. Husband, there are 100 who live a life of freedom under the shadow of moral frameworks. And the same times when we have such bad incidents in your life or in your day, the whole day has been removed. In the whole day will become unhappy. They are unhappy, they express their sorrows. But all the same, the law cannot become the guardian of our private manners. And now the law cannot control us. The law cannot become the guardian. It cannot protect us because it is our such kinds of private manners. In a private life also, the law cannot do any kinds of things. No decalogue could cover the vast area of offences, and no code could administer law which govern our social activities, our speech, the tilt of our eyebrows, and all our moods and manners. Now, no decalogue. Now, say the word decalogue means the 10 commandments. 10 commandments mean the sacred, the books we call as the Dharma Grantha. In no, this such kinds of courtesy is not in any kinds of religion, any kinds of because of the means the 10 commandments or the sacred books, and because of the vast area of offences mean the crimes. No code to administer the law which general our social activities. In our social life, no code, no any kinds of the sacred books or decalogues. Even that kinds of the 10 commandments, they can't do any kinds of things. And for that things, our speech till eyebrows are going to balance. And they can't control our such rules. Because in social life, you know that there are no any laws how to behave with others, how to control the our such kinds of the societies. This is not very kinds of things. But though we are bound to endorse the verdict against Lippmann, most people will have a certain sympathy with him. And now there is no any kinds of endorse. Endorse means supports. And the verdict means judgment. Means in that judgment, the law will make this Lippmann as fine, as a criminal. And for we have this, some people who have sympathy for Lippmann because he want to get such kinds of courtesy, such kinds of word from the passengers. But the passenger refused to do so, and for that time, if you have the sympathy for the Lippmann, while it is true that there is no law that compels us to say please, there is a social practice much older and much more sacred than any law which enjoins us to be civil. And there is no any kinds of law that can make the sympathy, that cannot compel you to say please, to say thanks, or to say excuse. And for that time, the Lippmann was legally is the offenders, is also the criminal. And for that time, there in our society, we have to live just like as the sacred or civil manners. And the first requirement of civility is that we should acknowledge the service, please, and thank you are the small change with which we pay our ways as social beings. And the first requirements means needs. In our requirements, there are the certain kinds of the service we provide, please, thank you. The small changes is also paying, we pay our ways as social beings. And while living in the society, we have do certain kinds of works. They are the little courtesies by which we keep the machine of life oiled and running smoothly. Just like while running the machine, we also oil it. The same kinds of thing, while living the society, we have used certain kinds of oil means certain kinds of the words, please, just like thank you, and we make our life very smoothly, very happily, easily. They put our intercourse upon the basis of friendly cooperation and easy give and take instead of on the basis of superiors indicating inferiors. In our society, we give and take respect. We give respect, take respect. Otherwise, there is no such kinds of civil society in our life, in our society. It is very vulgar mind that would wish to command where he can have the service for asking and have it with willingness and good feelings instead of resentment. Resentment being the anger. Means in society we have to do that kinds of things. There is no any anger with each other. Just like the people they behave, they command share their weakness and good feelings. Means you behave as friendly as just like a human beings. We also use certain words in our day-to-day lives, just like while running on the machine, it must have the oil, the same kinds of thing. While living in our society or making our life happy, you also use certain words, please, excuse. Then the remaining parts we will see next page.